Hey, good morning guys. Lots of Guile gameplay footage recently, as well as a Guile trailer. Capcom really changed it up, not giving it to us the last second when the character is released. So, in this video I'm just going to give some quick thoughts on Guile and some clip notes of what I've noticed. I also have some help from my friend Mir, who is giving me some of his clip notes as well, and I'll try not to make it too long. There's no sense doing a gigantic breakdown of the character when we can be literally getting him any day now. So, first, I want to talk about the Guile stage, man. Oh, it looks so good. I really want Capcom to release more classic stages. I think that's what they should have did for this game in the first place. Not even kidding. For some reason, when I see like Nash versus Guile on this stage, it really feels like this is Street Fighter V. I don't know. I get that kind of vibe because I really see this transition from the old game to the new game kind of thing. It really looks really fresh and new. That's just how I feel. So, anyways, Guile's story mode costume is the classic Guile outfit with the camo pants and whatnot. I prefer that one over the new one, actually. I know you guys make those mall cop jokes and stuff, but yeah, the story mode costume looks good, and that's free for everybody with fight money, of course, so that's really sweet. He doesn't have the shades on, though, for that costume. Speaking of the shades, Guile can take his shades off, sunglasses off when he's doing his taunt, so that kind of sucks, so he can't do the, the taunt madness. Also, with Guile, there was a combo that was done on Guile that did about 496 damage, and it took off more than half of his health bar on the screen. So that leads me to believe that the character has around 950 health, I would guess. And I wouldn't be surprised if Guile has 950 stun too. I definitely don't think he has 1,000 health because I'm pretty damn sure it was more than half for 496. Guile also has 4 different throws, so he's got his forward and back throw, but in the air he also has a back and forward throw. So that's a little different compared to other characters with air throws. So far I've seen 3 target combos, which is his classic crouching medium kick into forward medium punch. So the quick low high, or low overhead, low mid, whatever you call it in Street Fighter V. I saw standing light kick into standing medium kick, and I saw crouching light kick into standing medium punch into forward hard punch, which knocks them up. But you can V-trigger cancel that last hit, because we've seen that in the trailer. His V-reversal causes a knockdown, which is great for a character that is based off zoning. And his movement and dashes all seem like average speed. Nothing crazy drastic changes like Bison, for example. Guile looks like he has decent movement. Alright, so let's talk about Guile's normals. Guile pretty much has all of his returning normals and command normals. Everything that you would expect. Seriously, his kit looks pretty much the same. He still has his upside down kick, his forward medium punch overhead, the Sobot kick, which can now be done forward and back, unlike Nash, and the high kick, the one where it puts you in that juggle state. It looks like it uses anti-air maybe as well. You can juggle that into critical art or EX flash kick or EX somersault kick, whatever you guys want to call it. Still has his 2-hit crouching hard kick, which causes a knockdown on either hit, and either hit also causes a crush counter like you would expect. But it doesn't combo, like both kicks don't do 2 hits like Fang's crouching hard kick, for example. So the second will whiff if the first one hits. But it's not like he could be punished for it or something like that. And it's not a true block screen, so the opponent can block your first crouching hard kick and then he can accidentally forget about the second one and get knocked down either way. His crouching medium kick looks a little wonky, but they did change a lot of the crouching medium kicks in Street Fighter V. They really want the crouching medium kicks to not be too powerful in Street Fighter V, and most people using the crouching medium punches because they're faster, right? Crouching hard punch and standing medium kick look like excellent anti-airs for Guile so far, what I've seen, which are reliably hitting the opponent for normals. So that's crouching hard punch and standing medium kick. Guile's crush counters are back hard punch, so that straight fist, and it does a low pop up, it doesn't knock him up too high. His standing hard punch is a crush counter, and that knocks him up really high, and then you can juggle with a high kick into critical art or EX flash kick. And his forward hard punch is a crush counter, which causes a crumple state, just like Nash, for example. This is crazy. That means Guile has 4 crush counters if you include his crouching hard kick. And that's crazy for a character that has limited special moves and is more based around his normals. It makes Guile really strong, I believe. And you can't pop him up with the crush counter and then do an air throw, which kind of sucks. So I was kind of hoping he'd be able to do that. His jumping light kick is his cross-up attack. So not the craziest cross-up, but a cross-up. At least he has one. Okay, so he has this crouch walking move, which you guys seen from the trailer. It looks really, really dumb. I literally laughed when I saw it. It's the best. It's called Faultless move. To do it, you simply hold down forward, and then Guile will walk while crouching, right? Kind of like I guess Faust from Guilty Gear. This means that since you're holding down forward, that you can only do the somersault kick or the flash kick, because you're holding a down forward charge. This also means you can't block while you're walking forward, obviously, and you walk really slowly, so you can't use this move for Guile to walk forward and throw sonic booms, for example, which I thought you could. I guess it also makes sense that it's not something complicated like holding down 3 kicks or something, because you know Guile's supposed to be a very simple character. So Guile's special moves, 2 special moves return, guys. Guile still only has 2 special moves. Not really surprised, but it's kind of funny that, you know, 2016 and Guile still has only 2 special moves. I guess you can count the Faultless move as a special attack, but yeah. So anyways, the Sonic Boom returns. It still looks hella good. It still looks like a charged character's projectile should be. Looks like he recovers really fast afterwards, and looks like he has a strong anti-air kit to go along with it. The EX version still does 2 hits. It's still super fast. It's pretty much what you'd expect from Guile. Nothing surprising. Somersault kick, aka flash kick. What there has been changed is all of the normal versions don't have invincibility. So you can still use it as an anti-air because it still has a really good hitbox. But using it as something like a reversal when you're knocked down is not the way you're supposed to use the flash kick, since it's not invincible this time around. So still can use it as an anti-air, but not really a reversal. The EX version does have startup invincibility though, so you can use it as a reversal. So that's great. One small thing too is during the stream and the gameplay footage, we've seen that Guile takes a counter hit during the recovery of even his normal versions of his flash kick, which might even be a bug, I would say, because you know the rule of the thumb is that you get counter hit on recovery on invincible reversals. So that's kind of strange that Guile would suffer this huge punishment for doing it, but yeah, I guess you wouldn't really have to worry about it unless you were using it as a reversal. But I think it's a bug, honestly. I don't know if there'll be counter hit when Guile launches. Okay, so that's it for special moves, guys. So let's talk about his V skill, Sonic Blade. So once again, guys, it's you've seen it in the trailer. It's a stationary projectile. Looks like it's got some startup to it, and he places it on the screen. And then what it does is it has its own hitbox, so the opponent can get hit by it. It does 1 hit. So you can knock the opponent down and use the V skill over his body, or just place it in front of yourself, and it's just something that kind of guards you for a very small amount of time. And then if you throw a Sonic Boom through the gate, or through the projectile, it enhances your Sonic Booms, your normal and your EX version. When your Sonic Boom is enhanced, it visually looks different. It kind of looks like Rugal's Kaiser Wave. But it puts your opponent into a juggled state, which allows you to follow up with something. So you can hit your opponent or knock them up in the air with your enhanced Sonic Boom, and then do like a forward hard punch and juggle with it. So that's pretty cool. Also, you gain V gauge when your opponent gets hit, or when he blocks your souped up booms, which I think is very powerful in my opinion, because most V skills that are anti-zoning give you V gauge, but this is a tool that's anti-zoning and it's still zoning. You know, so if Guile's able to easily get that much V gauge from zoning you down, which is his normal game plan anyways, I think that is really powerful. If Guile gets hit, he automatically loses the V skill projectile. It flies off the screen, it disappears, and then there's an empowered version of the EX Sonic Boom, and it does 3 hits instead of 2. So that's a lot more powerful too. And the V skill only lasts on the screen for about 1 second, which means that if you decide to enhance your Sonic Booms, you gotta use it right after your V skill. So really cool. This is really unique to Guile, and I guess the trade-off from abusing this is that there is startup to it. So you do mostly want to use it when you got a lot of real estate, when you're really far away from your opponent. You don't want to use it too close, because you're just begging for him to jump in on you. But if you set it up and you get your space, you get a lot of reward because you're gaining V gauge, and you're, like I said, you're still zoning your opponent, and it's gonna make it tough for other projectile characters to hang with Guile in that sense. And plus, you know, Guile's Sonic Boom is really good in general, so that's cool. And like I said, it makes his normal Sonic Boom 1 extra hit, so he's gonna be able to beat out other normal projectiles with it. It'll go right through it. And the EX version, if both of you throw an EX version of your projectiles, then Guile's EX version is gonna win because it does 3 hits now, right? So really powerful. Guile's V trigger, solid puncher. Okay, so you guys have all seen this from the trailer. When he throws out like a million sonic booms, it allows you to throw out additional sonic booms with one button after the initial sonic boom. So the best example, think of it like Nash's EX sonic boom. You guys know when you do Nash's EX sonic boom, you press one button after and you'll throw an additional one. That's pretty much what Guile's V trigger is like. You just keep pressing buttons after your initial sonic boom, and then the other ones will come out. So when you activate, you can't just press one button and you'll start throwing them out. You have to throw out the initial sonic boom first, and then it's a follow-up to it, and then you press each different button. Every time you throw out an additional sonic boom after the initial one, after you follow up with it, I mean, the one button booms, it will drain your V gauge every single time you use it. After throwing out, max is 5 after the initial one, which is so 6 total, and it will drain your V gauge by half. So that's pretty crazy. Also, I don't think I mentioned that Guile has a 3-bar V gauge, so his V trigger takes a while to come out, and so it's a more powerful one. So keep that in mind as well. So draining half your meter for a 3-bar V gauge is quite a bit if you think about it, compared to the other characters with 3-bar V gauges. So it is quite powerful. Each button has its own original speed, different sonic booms, so that's something to keep in mind as well. Because you can throw out one additional one, and it'll make it really slow, and then walk with it, and then just continue to zone your opponent, right? Tempt them to jump in on you or whatnot. There's a lot of uses, right? You can use it to juggle your opponent, apply insane pressure instantly, or extend some cool combos, especially in the corner. But you can do some mid-screen, and yeah, man, it's really flexible. So you can do 2 full reps of this thing, since it, like I said, it drains half when you go all the way and shoot out all 5. Pretty crazy. The EX version can only throw 2 more, but those 2 additional sonic booms that you throw out after the EX version are also 2 hits. So a total of 6 hits and 3 sonic booms. Pretty nuts. And that drains half of your V gauge as well. So the same as if you were to throw out the 5 with the normal sonic boom. So pretty much Guile gets 2 reps of his choice if you were to use it instantly. This V trigger, like I said, is pretty powerful. It does soup up his critical art as well. And just the activation alone gives Guile a lot more combo factor than he didn't have in the previous games. You can't cancel it from his flash kick, unfortunately, but you can from some of his target combos, and it does allow for juggles and stuff. And then, like I said, even after the initial activation, you got a really reliable tool that's always going to make you take control of the game instantly, I feel, right away, unlike some other characters, like Alex, for example. After Alex uses his V trigger, it's not too threatening afterwards, but Guile, it's like you have something really good with the cancel from the V trigger itself, and then you have something good with the passive. But like I said, 3-bar V gauge, right? No surprise that it's powerful. So Guile's critical art is the Sonic Hurricane. The animation, everything looks pretty much the same as Sonic Hurricane. I'm kind of disappointed in that it's pretty much the same thing. But the one cool thing about it is that it is confirmed as a charge super. So this will be the very first charge super in Street Fighter V. Very funny. To like some people, this is not a big deal, but I guess to people that are introduced to Street Fighter V, it is a pretty big deal, because people who are not used to charge characters are gonna have troubles using this as a super, because it's gonna be a little harder to cancel into combos, I guess. You have to understand how charge characters work. Also, like, people need to understand how to cancel Sonic Boom into Super, or cancel Flash Kick into Super, I'll probably make a video explaining how to do that if you guys don't know. Also, his Super has 2 versions, one when there is V-Trigger activated, and the new version sounds like Sonic Tempest. I might be wrong about that, but it sounds like he says something different. And it's got a much larger hitbox, and part of the reason of this is that when you do the follow-up Sonic Booms mid-screen, it allows you to combo into Super, because it has so much more range, the V-Trigger version. And so that's intended by Capcom, so you can do the, crazy combos mid-screen and still be able to combo the Super and not have to make it, corner-only kind of thing. I don't think it drains his V gauge after he uses Super, like Ryu does, for example. If someone can answer that question, let me know, please, because I forgot to write that down. So yeah, that's Guile's kit in a really, really fast nutshell. We still don't have a release date on Guile. They don't know, but he can come out any day now, especially since we already got the trailer. We already got a ton of gameplay footage. So you can expect him really soon. And once again, guys, Guile will be free for everybody until the Zenny money system finally comes out and then everyone who doesn't have this season pass will lose Guile, and then we have to spend 100k fight money. We'll also be losing Alex as well. Overall, I feel Guile is the same character we all remember, with some additional tools in a game with no focus attacks, which is strong, guys. It is strong. And then now you add B skill and B trigger with crush counter normals, and I'm not gonna lie, guys, he looks like a beast, and he can easily be a contender for a top tier character. Yes, I said it. I know it's way too early, but I said it, guys. Seriously, he looks strong. It's really gonna come down to how reliable and situational his anti-air normals are, and how really good he is under pressure. Like, we really don't know the frame data on his normals yet, how fast they are, and how he can convert. But if he can really hold his ground and he's still decent when someone gets on him, then yeah, Guile's gonna be strong. He definitely looks more well designed than Alex, though. So far, he definitely looks more robust. Everything looks intuitive. Everything seems to make sense. A little bit better than Alex, I would say, as a character overall. And yeah, like I said, his story mode costume, everything looks great. Like, I really like what they've done with Guile, and I really like the new stage. And yeah, man, I'm really excited to check him out myself, man. Really am. So let me know what you guys think of Guile so far, of the gameplay footage. Are you guys excited for him, or you guys, don't want any more zoners in this game? And yeah, I guess the next character will most likely be Balrog. So I'm glad that Capcom is releasing content and showing off trailers and stuff a little earlier than that, and it seems like they're learning more on the PR moves. So yeah, that's it, guys. Take care and have fun the rest of your day. Peace out.